All right, everybody, this is day 2 of Orpheus and Eurydice. We are going to read about the actual song that he sings, that Orpheus sings to Persephone and Hades to convince them to let Eurydice come back with him. So he started in day 1. Remember, he ends with this line that's kind of crossed out here. Love wins. So it's saying this God is, this God is Amor, right? Love. This God is well known on the upper shores, meaning like in the land of the living, love is well known. And if he is also here, I doubt, right? I'm not sure if he is well known also here, meaning also in the underworld. I'm not sure if you all know who he is down here. But, and then this is an interesting word. This is auguror. This is your deponent main verb. This is the verb for like to foresee, to foretell, to predict. It's an interesting word choice because Orpheus, after this whole incident, is going to become a prophet. So prophet is a pretty Christian word. I really mean like a fortune teller, oracle is the word I want to say. He tells the future. So this is kind of a foreshadowing for the people who know the myth. All right. So, but I foretell that he is also here, nevertheless. But nevertheless, I predict that your verb looks like an infinitive because we're an indirect statement, that he is also here. Twice in this line, I have said et as also. Don't forget that et is the syncopated form of etiam, which means also. So that's what's happening there. But nevertheless, I predict that he is also here. He is well known, also here. And if the rumor of the old abduction is not made up, Amor, that's your subject, joined y'all also. So he's saying, up above, Amor is very well known. I don't know if he's well known down here, but I'm guessing that he is. Because if that myth I've heard about Hades taking Persephone is true, love also joined the two of you. That's fascinating. I've been talking about good love, but Amor, Hades takes Persephone, right? He kidnaps her. Her kidnapping and her despair and her mom's despair over the kidnapping is what prompts winter to happen. So that's an interesting choice there of, you must know Amor. Maybe you only know the bad one, right? It's just an interesting, he obviously doesn't say that, but it's just an interesting use of that word twice there, which is, again, keying us into that essential question about how does your cultural lens kind of shape your definition of Amor? They just have this one word for love. It's got all these different facets, right? All right, that was kind of an aside from the translation. I'm gonna switch colors for you. All right. This next section, the main part, let's actually highlight it. The main part of the sentence is ego right here in this first line up here, ego oro, I beg. That is the language of swearing an oath. We saw this earlier in the year, but we'll see it again. This is the language of swearing an oath in Latin. It's like, I swear. And then in English, we'd say, I swear on, or I swear by. They use the word per for that preposition in Latin, and we're going to see that a couple times. So I swear by these places full of fear, by this huge chaos and the silence of this vast kingdom, maybe of the vast kingdom. So he's swearing on this place full of fear and on this huge chaos and the silence of the vast kingdom. And now here is your command. Reweave the fates of Eurydice. That's a clever word, that weave there, because remember, the fates weave things together. They are imagined to like actually hold thread. So it's a clever use of that word reweave, right? Do it again. Try again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I left out this word too. This word right here means hasty or premature. So reweave the premature fates of Eurydice. Everything is owed to y'all. A little bit having delayed. Like earlier or quicker. It's kind of like, that's a Roman phrase, kind of like sooner or later. We hasten to one seat. That's a weird sentence. It's saying everything's owed to you. Remember, you is Hades and Persephone, saying everything ends up here under the earth dead anyway, right? Everything is owed to you. Having delayed a little bit, sooner or later, we come to one seat. He's saying we are going to end up here anyway. If we're really concerned about is that all the souls are going to escape somehow, right? We all end up here anyway. Don't worry about it. We're just going to delay us getting here a little bit. Everyone tends to hear. This is our final home. And you all hold the very long kingdom of humankind. That's an interesting sentence. Everyone tends here. Everybody ends up here. This is our final home. We might have said last resting place. And you all hold the very long kingdom. This is not long like length, like size. This is long like time. It's very long. We're here for eternity. Of humankind. They're basically saying we're going to end up here anyway. Why do you care if we start now? This little length of time between when she's died and when she should have died is very short. Don't worry about it. Just let her go and come back. She also, and then we've got a little coon clause. When she has like gone through, I want a better word than that, maybe like completed, maybe. Also, when she's completed her just years, meaning the years that she deserved, mature, maybe maturely, yeah, when mature, she has completed her just years, she will be of your law. That means she can't get away from you. She has to follow the law of death that you control. She's coming back, just let her be for a little. For this like service, reward, gift, we demand our usus. Our usus is a word for marriage. It's like the most casual version of marriage. So he's saying like, we just want some time together. He's not even saying they definitely have to be married. They definitely have to be parents. They definitely have to be all of these things. Just asking for this like legal form of like his right to be married. He just wants the right to be married. Which, if the fates deny a pardon for my wife, that's like all right in order. I also think I said which, but I meant because. I'm so sorry. Because. Quote means because. Can also mean which, but here it means because. Because if the fates deny a pardon for my wife, it is certain for me to not want to return, to want not to return, not to want to return. He's saying, if you don't pardon my wife, I for sure won't come back, right? This is another imperative here. Rejoice in the death of two. So he's saying, if you say that my wife can't go, if you won't let Eurydice go, it's certain for me that I will not go back to the surface world, right? I'm rejoice in the death of two. I will not be leaving here. I will just stay here. You can have two souls for the price of one, because I'm not leaving here without her. He gets a little demandy there at the end. But in general, compare this to what we saw Apollo doing, right? Apollo is chasing Daphne, trying to catch her, trying to grab her, right? He is offering here, Orpheus is offering himself. He's basically saying, either she comes with me or I don't go, and I'm willing to stake my life on it, right? He's willing to sacrifice himself rather than hurt her or take her. So there's just a contrast there between both of these men and how they are pursuing this woman, and one in a very tender way, one in a very not tender way, shall we say. All right, good job, guys. That's day 2.